Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime Primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I would clean that bone about as good as anything.
Matt Hayes.
The guys they had last year, terrible.
And Leon Searcy.
Mama know that when you get to camp, you ain't going to see a lot of Big Daddy.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Well, camp work is paying off right now. Your Jacksonville Jaguars, a big old W for Duval against the hated Houston Texans. Welcome in XL Primetime. Just ready to carry on because there's joy in Whoville, which is as it should be when you are taking down the AFC South champions. That's what Houston was when they rolled in here. They left 0-3 with a big old L. So we will definitely talk about this game from yesterday. We got a lot of NFL action to look back on from yesterday, but primarily your Jaguars, and then, of course, the college football from Saturday. So plenty to dig into. A Mokama Beer Company Monday. Welcome in, people. Find us on the stream. Find us wherever on the app, the radio dial, or whatever it might be. This is the Monday after Billy Napier did not get fired. So we will keep that theme going as well. As I look across the table here, Matt Hayes, I look across the table and I see nothing but orange and ink from Big Sur's today.
Yeah. It's something.
And when I say orange and ink, it looks like you're signing stuff over there.
Well, no, it's just something I had in my closet. I figured I'd bring in as presentation. You know?
Okay.
A little presentation with a little signage here, a little 3-time national champion, a little Big Sur's jersey.
Are you taunting the Gator in the room?
No.
It looks beautiful.
I'm just showing appreciation.
Just a coincidence.
I'm just showing appreciation of what we did on Saturday night on ABC Primetime.
on network television.
If Florida gets one first down in the fourth quarter, I win that bet.
See, I didn't even want to bring that up. I didn't want to bring that up.
Just so people are following along, because they don't follow everything we say. But Matt specifically focused in on that bet where you had a 17 point wager with Big Sur's. Bottom line
he gave it to me, so
I
would
have to you. That's how confident I was in my Canes. And a little bit in the third quarter. I was a little nervous in the third quarter.
I mean, you were midway through the fourth, and it was a one-possession game.
So when Cormani McClain made that interception, Leon, where were you at mentally?
No, I was still smoking a Big Surf. I was confident.
Oh, okay. I wish I could say the same.
He wasn't. I know he was.
He was a wreck. I know he was a wreck.
Well, first of all, I was incensed after the phantom whistle that we would have went up 20-0. The game would have clearly been over at that point. So I was already preparing my whole speech to come in here. The refs, I was going to go back to 2002 and Ohio State, but it didn't have to work out like that.
My God, he'd have been insufferable if that happened.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, he would have. All right, so listen, we're going to spend time on that one, no doubt about it. The week will be full of look-backs when it comes to any of the big ball games, but we'll do our XLP Big Three coming up here in just a second. But bottom line, your Jacksonville Jaguars get to 2-1. They send a message inside the AFC South that they now are ready to compete and contend. You have an unbeaten Indianapolis Colts team at the top as they trounce the Titans. But let's just start with what you saw yesterday. We'll do our XLP Big Three for victories later. But for right now, surface level, how big was that win?
Well, listen, it wasn't pretty. It absolutely wasn't pretty. But you know what? I appreciate coming in here at 2-1 other than coming in here at 1-2. All right?
Huge difference.
A huge difference. This team is playing well on defense. Absolutely. They're getting after it. They're opportunistic. The interceptions, the strip fumbles, the pressures, the sacks, all that kind of stuff. They're doing well. But the Texans are a bad offense as well. But that's not our fault. That's your fault. But we get after it pretty good. I would like to see some complementary football where the defense and the offense, complement each other that are playing well and on special teams. Because we didn't play well on offense. We didn't, especially for about 3.5 quarters. I mean, drop balls again. I thought the offensive line, for the most part, didn't live up to the number one rushing offense, in the league. I think they kind of shrinked a little bit in the first 3.5 quarters. Now, they found a way in the back half to get 75 yards and kind of, take over the game after that. Trevor and the wide receivers they got to figure it out, bro. They got to fix it. I don't know whose fault it is, but these drop balls are just getting to be ridiculous.
Oh, and all of a sudden it became a little bit of a concern when the guy that you were loving on that was the most reliable in Parker Washington, then he gets a case of the drops. In the end, BTJ, despite, 3 drops earlier? Does that sound right?
3.
It made the play of plays. It was such a huge exercising of a demon. Is how I
could
put
he
it
not
on
make
X.
the play of plays? And Trevor literally put it right on the numbers.
Guess that.
Audibled into the play and put it on the numbers.
Right. Guess what? That's what Liam asked him to do. Put it on him.
And he did. And he audibled into the play. We can go back and forth about the machinations of, they got to do this, they got to do that. How can they do this?
Right.
Number one, they won. Okay. Which now they're halfway through their win total of last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember this, that it's not that far in the rear view, that 4-win season, okay? And number 2, they've now tied their turnovers forced total from last season at 9. You want to know why they're 2-1 and why they should be 3-0? Because they forced 9 turnovers. That's why.
Yeah. Look, we'll get to a handful of other things as far as the big picture when it comes to the AFC South. But I know you guys had to recognize what happened to Cincinnati yesterday, courtesy of the Vikings, and how in the world
That was rated NC-17.
Oh my gosh, it was. Oh, they beat that behind, and that was with a backup quarterback against a backup quarterback. It's not like they had their star of the future, at least as they see it with J.J. McCarthy. They had Carson flipping Wentz.
They were on the road.
Yeah. Whatever, man. They just
gotta let it go, man.
Yeah,
it's a
they
loss.
just got
You gotta let it
smoked. But you can't help but say you could be 3-0. You can't help it.
Yes,
It's just a
no
natural thought that you have. All right, so you guys let us know what you were feeling yesterday. It wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty. It's none of that. But at the same time, you want the win, you got it, and especially against that team, that's for sure. All right, 641-1010. You guys can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We'd love to hear from you. The YouTube is wide open. We're streaming right now, so you can tune into the show, and then you can jump in the chat and let us know some of the things that are jumping out at you.
You know what, Joe? I think the most noticeable thing for me, as far as defensively, as far as this team goes, is that when I'm watching down the stretch when the Texans are driving the ball, and in the years past, I used to always say this defense is always looking for somebody else to be the playmaker. But now they got playmakers on that defense that are making plays, interceptions, strip fumbles, those type of things.
Yeah.
That kind of opportunistic football where they're causing turnovers now. They're not waiting around for somebody else to do it. They're taking action. I think that's the most impressive thing for me that I've seen that our defense is
And
doing.
you can give, honestly, I say it all the time, and I believed it during the offseason, that when coaches coach, when you have the right staff and the right vision, leadership, and the ability to make players accountable. And I know that you were accountable to yourself, Leon, but coaches can make players accountable. This is how you do it. If you don't do it right, do it again. I heard the great quote from Nick Saban on College Game Day on Saturday, and it's coaches get so much out of you. Nick Saban's quote, and I'm paraphrasing, but I did write it down, so I try and remember it. But you don't do something until you get it right in practice. You keep doing it in practice until you can't get it wrong. And that's the way you got to look at it, because this team is now doing more and more of the good stuff instead of the bad stuff.
Well, I mean, Jimmy used to tell us this: how you do the little things is how you do everything.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that you're going to do it on Saturday if I don't see you doing it during the week.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah. Attention to details.
Don't do it till you get it right.
Yes.
Do it till you can't get it wrong. And so this football team on the defensive side, Anthony Campanile deserves a ton of credit. And the Jordan Lewises and the Eric Murrays of the world, are they not? This is so much different in terms of the players that were signed as free agents that came in as leaders and experienced playmakers compared to what was being brought in here before, courtesy of Balky.
Well, Jordan Lewis, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, Murray basically missed like 3.5 quarters, didn't he? I mean, he didn't play at all yesterday.
Well, he got flagged for that one hit. He's a former Texan, so he's trying to thump Nico.
Right.
But
and then he was out, right? Didn't
Yeah.
he miss the rest of the game?
yeah, that was a hell of a shot.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And I knew as soon as that head went down,
that was bad.
That was going to be
Was
trouble.
not good.
But
Jordan Lewis he's clearly the best free agent signing they have.
and Eric Murray had turnovers in the
first two,
last
right? Jordan Lewis has been remarkable for them, not just in the slot, but when he plays outside as well. I mean, he's a guy that gives them a little attitude too. He's part of that whole idea of, all right, let's go get the ball. I mean, the game was on the line yesterday. In the last 2 years, they lose that game.
Yeah.
Texans go right down the field, score, tie it, go in overtime, win the game.
Yeah.
So they got a turnover and ended it. Done.
Yeah, the classic exchange, when I know what you're saying right there is what most Jaguar fans felt like either in the stadium or watching on the television. Trevor throws a pick into tight coverage, locked on the receiver the entire way, and then throws the pick. It was easy for the defender to know it was coming, and then he makes the play. And then a play later, it's 50 yards to Nico Collins with Tyson Campbell about 10, 15 yards behind him. And that's when most people said, that's it. It's done. Because they went from controlling, even though it was an ugly game, controlling a game to, oh my gosh, Houston is right back in this bad boy. They've just stolen every bit of momentum.
By the way, how bad did Tyson bite on that? Oh, my God.
That double move, yeah, it was ugly.
Oh, my God.
Goodness.
Especially after what happened with him and T.
And that happens. That happens in the league. But I'm just saying that was like, whoa. He bit on that at the worst moment he possibly could.
But he does come.
They redeem himself.
Yeah, he does come back.
He did.
And so we'll get into that one. All right, our XLP Big Three coming up here in just a second. Mocama Beer Company Monday. We say thanks to them. You can find them in beautiful Fernandina Street or Fernandina Beach on South 8th Street. As you are entering the historic district, you'll see that beautiful tap room. It's an old 50s car dealership and some delicious Mocama crafts. So make sure you drop on by or look for them on the shelves at Total, ABC, Publix. They're coming into Target as well. They got it going on at Mocama Beer Company. So it's XLP celebrating a dub from yesterday. You guys jump in, sharing the fun.
XL Primetime, driven by Big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. When the game leaves you wanting more, we give you a little extra. Hacker Leon and Coach Gerald Ingram bring you the window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter, nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
Looking for a vacation from the ordinary? Celebrate the end of summer at Tobacco Cove. Join us Saturday, September 27th from 1 to 4 p.m. for a sensory getaway with Espinosa's Cigars. Discover exceptional cigars, delicious food, and your chance to win awesome prizes. Tobacco Cove at 3849 Bay Meadows Road. It's more than a cigar store, it's an experience. Don't miss out. Your escape awaits.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding, so easy to use. Depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards for 3 years running, and it's easy to see why. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic floors, where every step is fantastic.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision, they guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
Garrett Scantling here, and once again, thanks to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. My torn hip labrum issue is resolved thanks to Dr. Doward, and Dr. Acevedo keeps my feet healthy too. Training and competing, that's what it's all about for me. And Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has me in top condition.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, thanks for coming over so quick.
Sure thing, pal. What's the big... Whoa!
See, I told you there was a smell.
Yeah, it smells like...
Exactly, or a dead one more like it.
You need some fresh air in here.
Well, this is the problem, Jason. I've kept everything sealed up tight all summer long so I don't lose all my nice cool air. Now all the dog smells and cooking smells and home gymnasium man cave smells are all building up and I can barely...
Dude, where are the Bueller sunglasses I gave you?
Oh, I don't know. They must be in my other...
Put on my emergency pair.
Whoa.
Bueller Air and Plumbing can install an air purification add-on to your existing air conditioner. Clean the air of dust and pollen and funky smells while you cool.
So I can keep all the cool air I saved up?
And your place won't smell like a dead...
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Collins now on the near side, dropping a C.J. Stroud. He gets hit as he let it go. The ball's floating up there. The ball is picked off! The Jags, I believe it, picked it off! The Jags have picked it off! The Jags have picked it off! They take over at their own 4-yard line! What a play! They hit him as he let it go! It was picked off! Antonio Johnson has the pick! Against the Texans, he's from Texas A&M. And the Jags have taken over at their own 4-yard line.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Frank Franzi on the call. That cut courtesy of Jaguars.com, the flagship home of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Happy Franz cannot control himself. Okay,
No,
cannot control himself. Over the play when you know you've got it in the bag. That's that joy in Hoover that we talk about. And Antonio Johnson made himself a play. And if you go back this past week and you tie it all together, Jimmy Gladstones says, "Hey, Darnell Savage, see ya. We don't need you. Wouldn't want to be you." And he's out the door. And Antonio Johnson, who knows who would have been in there at that moment, but Antonio Johnson's now your dude back there. And like Matt mentioned earlier with the injuries to that safety position with Eric Murray. Anyway, he makes himself a play. Now, the front side of that, Leon, was Josh Hines-Allen getting to C.J. Stroud and affecting that throw just enough on the arm. It was a huge play.
Well, I mean, we talked about that going into the week that the Houston Texans offensive line was suspect at best, especially at the left tackle position, because it was a rookie. You had a rookie. If you got a seasoned vet going up against a rookie, you're supposed to baptize him.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. You baptize him, with relentless pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you're supposed to do.
All right, so let's use that as our backdrop. A Mokama Beer Company Monday. It's XLP. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Search, and JJ. You guys jump in. We do our XLP Big Three with some of these games, and you guys can offer yours up as well as far as what you thought was the most important ingredient, 2 or 3 things that you looked at yesterday. Now, Leon asked, hey, they don't all need to be good, right? They're just the big 3. So if you want to come up with a criticism and concern, doesn't matter to me. All right, start us off.
All right, I'm going to go with the pressure. I was just talking about the relentless pressure that the front four put on C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a patchwork offensive line. You had a young rookie playing left tackle. Josh Hines-Allen is his matchup. He's supposed to win those.
Yeah.
He's supposed to win those 9 out of 10 times. And that pressure led to 2 turnovers, and it led to 2 sacks. Yeah. And that's all you can ever ask for. You rendered him he threw for less than 50% of his passes?
He was right there.
Right there, 50%. Yeah. I mean, that's all you can ask for a front four defense.
All right, so I that's one of my 3, so I'll stick with it. I'll piggyback on yours. And I will say, I think Anthony Campanile has figured out a way to get pressure from the interior, even though he may not have the guys that can do it. I think Eric Armstead's playing well.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
He was in on 1 sack and a rundown sack.
Yeah, I think he's figured out that those middle fire blitzes with Devin Lloyd are really, really dangerous and can really cause havoc. And surprise, it's the one thing he does best.
Yeah.
Let him get the quarterback. So, and that's also improved the other parts of his game. But I think he's more invested in the game now. He's more into it. Well, he's having his best season. Clearly having his best season.
For obvious reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Clearly having his best season. So we all were wondering about the middle interior, and there's still points down the road where if you get a team that can bowl you and run the ball, you're in trouble. There's no doubt about that. But I think they've figured out the pass rush aspect of how do we impact the interior. So our edge guys who are both just literally having Pro Bowl seasons. Both of them are.
The protected effect rule that you always throw out there, they are now affecting them more. They may not get him on the ground all the time, but they are affecting the hell out of him. And then other guys are helping as well. I'll follow with my first XLP Big Three and just say 0. Okay? Devin Lloyd has made plays in the passing game as a cover linebacker. Remember how much we talked about this? He can't do this. He let him do that. Well, he's doing a lot of things for them. It is pretty obvious. A contract year will make you hungry, make you play harder, especially when the team tells you they are not picking up your fifth-year option. But let's also give Devin Lloyd some credit. According to him, he added 15 pounds of weight last year, which was part of the bulky doctrine, bigger, faster, stronger. And he put weight on, and he did not make plays. And so now 0 has been in on some bigs in terms of in coverage. Now, in this case, Tyson Campbell pops the ball out. Devin Lloyd was right there to take advantage of it, but then he also was able to get to the quarterback. So, yeah, he definitely is one of my XLP Big Three.
All right, my second one is Anton Harrison. Undefeated.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to give you flowers when you play well. And I was confident going to this game, but I look over the last couple of years, he's gone up against Will Anderson. He's defeated him at home and away.
Yeah.
So I was real confident in his play, and he played well. I thought he played well in the pass. Thought he played well in the run. Thought he got after it, used his hands, transitioned well out of his stance, all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to give Anton Harrison, my vote of confidence in that game.
Yeah, good.
All right, my number 2 is Trevor Lawrence. Look, there are going to be times in NFL games where quarterbacks get baited into bad throws. It happens all the time. All the time. You're talking about a guy who not only went through 6 drops today, a guy who has a history of having the most drops by any quarterback since he stepped on the field in the league. He's got a lot of mental scars from that, okay? He still had the fortitude to make a play when he had to have it, to change the play at the line of scrimmage into that slant to Brian Thomas Jr., and still threw it to a guy who kept dropping the ball, who's had, I think, 6 or 7 drops in the last 2 games. Threw a dart right on the numbers. Oh, by the way, Liam Cohen, right on the numbers. Led to the points that won the game. I mean, that's how you do it, man. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
You just got to keep battling. And sometimes it's not, and Leon knows this, it's not going to look pretty all the time. You're not going to get protection all the time. You're not going to get guys catching the ball all the time, although the drops got to stop. It's ridiculous at this point. But he continued to just persevere and figure out a way to win a game. You guys should be very excited about your quarterback right now, not upset about the fact that he threw an interception. I don't mind the interceptions, man. I don't. I really don't. Especially when they're good plays made by defenders.
Yeah, I've had my share of ugly dubs. I did. And you know what happens? We come in the next day, we make corrections. We look at the opportunities that were squandered.
Right.
But it's better to look at the opportunities that were squandered when you're 2-1 than when you're 1-2.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a little feel good about the fact that you're still in the division hunt. You got the Colts at 3-0. You lose that game, you're 2 games behind. Now you're still what? You're half a game behind them.
Yeah.
As far as the
that was
And the South is wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Tennessee Titans and the Texans who are in the abyss, and now it's a 2-horse race, in my opinion, as far as division goes.
And you get to play the Colts twice, so you haven't already played them and lost to them, so you got a hand in how it all shakes out. I was going to flip these, but I'll keep it off of the Trevor talk, make it one of my next big threes. He had a lousy first half, a very non-productive first half. The offense as a whole looked pretty – they looked like, wait a minute. Where did that run game go? Well, Houston decided they were going to take away the run, and then what does that do? That makes Trevor make the play. Now, that hasn't happened very often where they said, we're going to take that away and give you Trevor. Well, they did enough up front, Big, to make it difficult to run the football. This team had 11 yards in the first half running the football. We're talking a number 1 coming in as a rushing football team and only 11 yards in the first half. Trevor, not a whole hell of a lot of productivity. We're talking barely 100 yards of offense. And if you add the sacks in, it was below that. So he did not have a particularly good first half. The drops certainly led to it. Penalties led to it. But I am going to give him credit for coming back the second half. They went down the field. They ran the ball better. He made better decisions and better throws, and obviously it led to a win.
That was going to be my last one.
Yeah.
I was going to piggyback on that. When the score was 10-10, we got that strip fumble, and then that drive to go down to win, because we couldn't run the ball. We absolutely couldn't run the ball for the first 3.5 quarters. But when then that last drive, when we had to run the ball to get those first downs, I think our offensive line stepped up. Trevor made a play where he ran. It was almost like last year when he got that hit or whatever, when he scrambled to get that first down, but, kind of protect himself.
Well, just to follow off of that real quick, he did not have a design run at all in this game, and then he had to take off. What was it, a 3rd and 6?
3rd and 6, yeah.
And he made the play, okay? He needs to run the football more. A willing runner will change Trevor's fortunes. It will change this team's fortunes. Run, man. Don't put yourself in harm's way all the time, but use your wheels because you got them.
Yeah.
You got
I mean, a quarterback draw would be nice anytime they're man coverage.
Yeah.
If they're man coverage, you see it, man, he should just, automatically. That's going to give you a good 5 to 7 yards.
Make him pay.
Make him pay.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, I think if you start to look at where we've been in the last couple of years in coverage, and I talked earlier about Tyson Campbell, that was just a unbelievably bad bite on that double move. But they are so much better now in coverage, in the fact that we used to say this all the time in the last couple of years. There's not a guy within 5 yards of an opponent's receiver. They're right on these guys right now, right on them. And if it's a catch, it's a catch, and it's a good play. And again, they get paid too. And I think that, to me, that's one of the most important things about this defense is they're covering so much better. And I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're getting more pressure. But they've got corners now. Tyson Campbell's playing probably as good as he's played. Jordan Lewis has just been remarkable as a free agent signing. And with every rep that Travis Hunter gets, you could tell he is an elite type corner. Now, again, I was saying this yesterday, and I still am waiting for this. Get him the ball on offense, man. Get the ball to him.
Well, early in this game, they tried to force a throw to 12, and it just doesn't.
Well, Trevor missed it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Tried to force a ball, and that's the other part of Trevor not particularly playing well in the first half of this game. The only way you're going to get him the ball is to do it well.
Right, he missed the throw, so it doesn't mean you can't go back. They went.
No,
when they finally went back to him, he got 21 yards on a great little move.
He was targeted twice. And honestly, I'll follow it because that was my last one. It's just give me more of that. I don't want to force it because the throw to Travis Hunter when he did pick up the 20 yards was 2nd and 20 after a penalty, and it was a short throw where he made the play. Okay, and you can get him out in a route, and you can try and drive that ball to the boundary, but he's picking up double coverage, either he or BTJ is. And so feed him in spots where you can get him going early. He played over 40 snaps defensively, Leon, and I thought that was also hugely important in this game. It's not like Houston was stacked with all their guys because Christian Kirk was just barely coming back, still no Tank Dell, but at the same time, if he went up against the big body of Nico Collins and did okay. Everyone thinks he's brittle and small and all that kind of stuff. He made plays on the defensive side.
Well, I mean, they might have to incorporate him a lot more into the offense now because we don't know the status of De'Ami Brown.
Right.
We don't know
True.
what that shoulders, collarbone, whatever it may be.
Didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
It did not look good.
Yeah, so he's going to have to be incorporated a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him those quick touches. I mean, he just has a knack for to getting out of, trouble and turning the corner and making yards. He just has it.
I agree with that. You know what else, though? Throw him deep every once in a while. Let him run.
Well, they've tried it. They just haven't been successful.
No, I know that, but that doesn't mean you can't do it again.
But if we go back to the Carolina game, that was the tip that led to a pick, and they ended up overruling the pick, but it was tipped. And then you had the one ball that he could have caught off of the tip ball from Brian Thomas that would have been a massive play heading into the locker room at the half. But yeah, it's not like they're going to shy away from it, but they didn't get the engines cranked running the football the way they had hoped in the first half. they only ended up with 86 yards rushing the football. And so the ball was in the air. They just need to make more of those plays. And this was without Derek Stingley. We mentioned Eric Murray being gone. This was without Derek Stingley for basically, 2.5 quarters?
At
Does
least.
that sound about right?
Yeah.
And so, all right, you guys jump in. We got some texts that we want to get to off the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures from all of Duval, celebrating a win. Your Jaguars to 2-1, beating the Houston Texans. It feels good on a Mokama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime from the big number 1 Duval Ford Studios.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. You're on-road, you're off-road, now you're on the water. Greg, tell everybody what Coach and Honda is offering in the form of boats.
We've got the Honda boat, which is a great runabout fisherman. We've got the Coach boats. They're fantastic for getting out with a family. Nice lay-down beds, all with that legendary Honda motor on.
Check them all out. They're waiting for you. You can see how you can be on the water with Honda or with Coach Pontoon Boats. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL, brought to you by San Jose Collision.
The Florida Gators begin to spiral out of control as they lost last Saturday night's matchup in Miami 26-7. The Gators fall to 1-3 on the season and 15th in the SEC rankings. They'll have a much-needed bye this weekend before facing Texas in the Swamp Saturday, October 4th.
Postgame Monday on 1010XL is served by Tandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Here's a reminder to get screened. Ackerman Cancer Center offers on-site imaging and other diagnostic services. Early detection saves lives. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors. With great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or just stop by the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Their professional design consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Get ready. Monday Night Football is coming to Everbank Stadium October 6th. And this is a matchup you won't want to miss. Your Jacksonville Jaguars are throwing it back in their Prowler jersey as they take on the Kansas City Chiefs under the Primetime lights. Don't wait. Be a part of the action. Get your tickets now by visiting us online at jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at the bank for Primetime Football.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
All right, Prosser here, and I've been telling you about Chad and Sandy. They make the promise. Let me show you some of the proof. This is Nicoletta and Daniel in Panther Creek. We don't recommend this, but we bought our new house before we sold our old one. Then worst case scenario happened. Our old home failed to sell in a year with another realtor. Finally, we got smart. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they sold it in 10 days above asking price. These are the results you're getting with Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com. Area homes are selling, but you got to have the right people on your side. Maybe you want max price. Doesn't matter if you're buying or selling. Maybe you just want to sell right now. Well, fast, easy, and stress-free, that's what Chad and Sandy bring to you. They have this guarantee. They guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. They're the local real estate experts you can trust for all of your real estate needs. Go to chadandsandy.com today. That's chadandsandy.com, or call that help hotline, 904-414-6200.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
dropping his Stroud. Fires middle of the field, wide open. That's Nico Collins. Ball fumble. The ball came out and the Jags have it. The ball came out and Devin Lloyd has it. It was a fumble and then right to Devin Lloyd. And the Jags take over. What a gigantic play by the Jaguars defense.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mocama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
They are definitely fired up for the fall and maybe a little cool weather starting to slide in. They definitely are looking forward to cooling things off with a cold one at Mocama Beer Company. They got the Hefeweizen, which is the beer Weiss, and plenty of other ones that you would enjoy if you head on in there, including the Cosmico IPA, my favorite, that's for sure. All right, Frank Frangie, his favorite when you hear him on the call.
It's so much better than hearing this. There's a throw over the middle, and that's going to be intercepted by Darryl Stingley, and that's going to be brought back to the 40.
Yeah, we have that too.
Yeah. They just get it off. Dropping is Trevor. Looking. Fires deep downfield, and that's into coverage. That one went right into coverage, and it is picked off. First bad decision he has made today. He threw one into coverage. Jalen Petrie jumped up and picked it off. And now great field position for the Texans around midfield.
Yeah.
I don't like sad Frank.
And then probably the play after that also was a little bit of a low as well.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, but like we said, we like Happy Franz. We know you guys like Happy Franz with the plays, especially when like Devin Lloyd's got to feel like he's got a little bit of a rebirth. And safe to say, Leon, if I'm polling the Lloyd family, and this is, I have no idea. If I'm imagining what they're thinking, they're like, told you so. If I can get in a position where I can make plays, if I can play it the way I like to play at, put me in a position to go out there and rush the passer.
I always thought he was out of the position.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid at Utah was a game changer. He was a wrecking ball. So you got to put him in. You got to put him in those kind of situations where he can wreak havoc.
Yeah.
And he's betting on himself. Mm-hmm. You know, he's auditioning. I mean, he said he likes Jacksonville for now, but he's.
I mean, honestly, if you really look at this, like you've got the makings of. If these guys start to really play to their level, remember I kept saying these guys got to play to their ceiling.
Yeah.
You get Devin Lloyd to play to his ceiling. Trayvon Walker is clearly playing at a high level. Josh Hines-Allen's clearly playing at a high level. You start getting these young guys to really start to bring it.
Yeah.
You've got the core of what could be a really good defense for the next 2 or 3 years.
And 2 of the 3 you just named are in contract years.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So one's going to stay here and get a big contract. He already knows his option is picked up. The other one, like we said, he's showcasing. He's doing whatever he possibly
can.
Right,
and if he continues to have the best year of his career,
yeah,
they're not going to let him go.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
Franchise him.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. And so that's a good problem to have if it goes down like that. All right, so that one on top of this one. This is Trevor Lawrence, who was asked in the post-game presser about just how good it felt to be able to take off with that scramble and get that first down.
So I was just so locked into the moment of the game. Like, it was such a big drive. You know, we had to go get points. We had to go get points to win the game. We were tied up there. So third down, just making a play with my legs and trying to not get too, I guess, emotional and kind of get out of the right headspace there, because you see the other plays we had to make to end up finishing the drive to go score. We were only on the, minus 40 there. Like, we still had some work to do to go win the game. But, yeah, it felt good to be able to use my legs and make a play when we needed it.
Do it, man. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And he did. You could just hear the way he's describing that is that, yeah, he is a little emotional about it because of, as you mentioned, Matt, scar tissue. Well, the real scar tissue is when you get concussed, when you take off and run.
Right, it's that. But you know what else,
you have to have a surgery on your shoulder and all this stuff. And so, yeah.
Think about this. Think about this. The team that led the NFL in rushing after the first 2 weeks, again, whatever you want to say about that, okay, couldn't run the ball. So they couldn't run the ball, and they were dropping the ball when he was throwing it to him. Mm-hmm. And you expect this guy to do something to get you enough points to win the game? Well, he did. Yeah. He did. So at the end of the day, all you guys complaining about him out there, this guy went out there and you won because of him. You didn't win with him. You won because of him. That's what you won in the NFL. You won a quarterback you win because of, not one you win with.
All right, let's make this the 10-10 take, and I'm going to put them all in one big ball of wax right now.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmaster since '68.
You can enjoy some delicious Sonny's lunch, dinner. you're partying, getting that tailgate ready, order up some barbecue from Sonny's. They will take care of you. That's for sure. And I say a big old ball of wax. Maybe I'll just put them all in a big pile of goodness on the menu, because guys that all would classify as exercising demons yesterday, we mentioned what Devin Lloyd did. He's playing better. He's playing differently. He's playing lighter. He's playing certainly with more drive because it's a contract year. He's exercised some demons with 2 takeaways so far in the season. He has made plays in space and then also gotten after the quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, what he just said was, it was important for him to be able to take off and run and be successful running the football. To get that first down, Leon, he had to lead with his head. He didn't get to slide. And then the last of the 3 that we're talking about was Brian Thomas Jr. with more drops, but then also the solution and basically the game winner, because he took it to the 10-yard line into the red zone. And then Houston, you can argue whether they let Etienne score right away or not. Bottom line is they got him in the end zone. But that's the 10-10 take. 3 guys that are exercising some demons.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor, it's almost a disservice when you got 4.5 speed back there. You don't utilize his legs a lot more. Yeah, but he, 3rd and 6, Trevor took off. If he doesn't get that first down, we're punting. Ain't no telling what could happen after that.
Yeah.
And he probably had a little trepidation because of what happened to him last year when he got knocked out. But he led with the shoulder and he got the first down. So good for him. As far as BTJ goes, I think that when he caught that ball, he slammed it up against the stadium. It was just like, man, I can catch.
Yeah.
Because you had those kind of drops like that, bro, and you're better than that. It's frustrating, bro.
Yeah.
It's absolutely frustrating.
That's practice with him.
Well, it's
that's
up
a guy
here.
who did not practice well in camp.
Well, well, that's true. He didn't have a good training camp. Absolutely not have a good training camp. But you know what? But all of that stuff, it's about attention to detail. When you got those kind of drops during the game like that, that lets me know that you're not locked in, because your job is to catch the ball.
Right. And
your job as a receiver is not to block; it's to run routes and catch. Blocking is secondary if you have to. But wide receivers are paid to catch.
He could be good at that too. But is that one catch? Is that a cure-all?
I hope so. Bro.
I don't know, man.
Because he's been on the
I
funk.
just feel like Hacker right now. I don't know, man.
You know when I've noticed the funk?
I
noticed
think
the
that
funk.
a big
That
play like that
scrimmage.
could be a cure-all.
Bro, the scrimmage
during
training camp. Remember that? Where he had that wide open play. He just dropped it and nobody said anything to him. Just let him walk back to the huddle.
Right.
That's when the funk started.
Well, the other funk that really scared me was when he sat down after catching the ball and no one was around in the game last week.
Yeah, that part.
That will freak you out. And that's when you know you got a problem in terms of contact.
That's like seeing ghosts.
Yeah, I'm going to
like
need.
seeing ghosts.
I got to be honest with you. I'm going to need like a 6 for 130 and a couple touchdowns before I believe that he's.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if this one does lead to that, I guess is what I'm saying. Because I do think that was a massive play. And in a
How
game
could he
winner.
not catch that one? It was literally right on the numbers.
Yeah, I'm still talking about the good one. Okay?
I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's the good one. That's all I'm trying to, because I'm talking about whether that's going to get him over.
That's
the
what I'm
hump.
saying. It's he had to catch that. Like, if he didn't catch that one, then it's like, what in the hell is going on?
But that didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's all I'm trying to focus in on. That unlocks him and gets him back to where he was. That's for sure. All right. Off the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Ugly win, but not every night you get to go home with a pretty one. Go Jags. And I'm with you, because that's what you're looking for more than anything else, is just to feel like you were able to get it done against a team that you hate. In the hated Houston Texans, you were able to get it done. And they made C.J. Stroud a lot more uncomfortable than Trevor Lawrence was yesterday against that pass rush. So that was huge news. All right, we got to get into some huge news as well. Florida and the rest of the SEC coming out with now their 3 locked-in opponents going forward. The SEC made the decision to do the 9-game schedule, and they're going to have 3 that are permanent and then 6 that will rotate on and off, home and away. And we'll get into all that coming up, along with what you saw Saturday night, Florida losing to Miami and all the other big ones. It is XL Primetime on a Mokama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. There are many ways to experience 1010XL.
The key to this whole thing is their computer.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Get me that computer program. Yes, sir.
At 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Winning is here. And so is Prize Picks. You know what that means. It's time to play and win with America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 10 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your dough roll in. Will Travis Etienne have more or less than 79.5 rushing yards? Will CJ Stroud have more or less than 225.5 passing yards? It's just that simple. But here's the best part. Prize Picks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks invented Flex Play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all Prize Picks picks are withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code 1010XL to get $50 instantly when you play 5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden & Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Caliber lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden & Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Sons Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game when Miles Jack wasn't down? Do you know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. Since 1927, Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821, CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 22nd, 2004, San Francisco Giant outfielder Barry Bonds was intentionally walked 4 times in a 9-inning game for the second time.
Why does it feel like July in here?
Don't let a broken AC turn not so hot September into sweaty season all over again. Duck Rooter is Jacksonville's most trusted plumbing, septic, and air conditioning company. Visit duckduckac.com.
What do the letters AM and FM stand for?
Filing an insurance claim following a storm shouldn't be an ordeal. Southern Oak Insurance's claim team prepares for catastrophic situations well in advance. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
In radio lingo, AM stands for amplitude modulation. FM stands for frequency modulation.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Swing for the future of veterans and military spouses at Operation New Uniform's 2nd annual Patriot Games Golf Tournament. I'm Michelle McManaman.
And I'm Pete Langlois. Join us Monday, October 6th. Register today at onuvets.org. That's onuvets.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
Well, I tell you what, you were waiting for this if you were a college football fan, particularly the SEC, waiting to see what the locked-in opponents would look like. And I talked to one of the son-in-laws over the weekend, he of Tennessee Volunteer fandom, and we were trying to figure out where it would fall for all these locked-in opponents. The Florida Gators will have permanent opponents across the SEC schedule when they move to 9 games inside the league next year with Georgia, Cocky, and Kentucky. So Big Bourbon Nation, South Carolina, and Georgia are the 3 opponents for the Florida Gators.
It's pathetic.
Let's move through this. But first off, just that one alone.
It does nothing for me.
It does nothing?
Nothing. No LSU.
Listen,
No Tennessee.
No Auburn.
Oh, believe me, from a rivalry point of view, this is El Succo.
And then look at Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, and the son-in-law, still trying to move up in the power rankings, pointed out to me that Tennessee has played Kentucky more than any other school in their history.
So what?
So believe me, both of us were coming up with crafty arguments to have a layup on our schedule. I didn't realize Florida was going to be a layup on other people's schedule, but that's a whole nother deal. But that's what we were trying to figure out, is that you want the layups. But the SEC, the mighty SEC, when you take away Florida LSU.
How about LSU Bama as well?
Yeah, and that
what
one
the hell is going on, man?
Okay, so real quick, let's highlight the ones that we're talking about here. So
extreme for you, Jay.
So LSU Bama has been for a long time one of those 0.2 games on the schedule. If you're on the schedule, if you're in the South, you're looking at those. Hey, when does Alabama play?
I know,
LSU?
but you couldn't do that to Alabama. You could not give them Auburn, Tennessee, and LSU.
So LSU now gets Texas A&M. That'll be a good rivalry on the west side, even though there are no more divisions.
Not a rivalry. That is not a rivalry.
I know that, but I'm just saying a good game, and then it gives them Ole Miss, which definitely has some history.
That is a rivalry,
tied back to it, and then Arkansas with the Razorbacks. So LSU
with the boot, Joe.
Yes, but they skate off with a pretty good trio of locked-in opponents, and then go to the Alabama one.
I mean, as long as Ole Miss keeps Kiffin, though, that's not an easy.
Well, I'm planning on them not keeping Kiffin. Okay.
Okay. Selfishly, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Alabama has Tennessee and then Auburn. So those are two good rivalries that you can look forward to. Is it the first Saturday in October? Is that right? For
yes.
Alabama, Tennessee? Third Saturday. I couldn't remember. Third Saturday in October. And then War Eagle with the Iron Bowl. And then they get Mississippi State as their layup. Let's see. Auburn has
LSU basically gets Texas 8-4.
Yeah.
Ole Miss without Kiffin in your dream world.
Yeah.
Right? And then the Hogs.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well,
you know who doesn't like these permanent opponents?
Who?
ESPN.
Well, they're the ones who want the barn burner game.
Right.
The 8 million eyeballs.
If I'm ESPN and I'm Burt Magnus, the president of ESPN, I'm going, wait, what is this?
Oh, believe me.
What is this right now?
Guaranteeing they're sharing in that, but they claim they went back to the last 5 years of win-loss records to help.
CW schedule, bro.
It really is, man.
Sounds
and it's like I hear what Matt's saying. Hey, it's not fair to make Alabama play Auburn, LSU, and Tennessee. Well, they do every year now. Like, what do you? Yeah. It's called tradition. It's called rivalry. Right. And the more we let these people, and I'm not even going to say his name, Matt's homie. Mm-hmm. Decide,
yeah,
that would be Greg
Sankey, who is not a Southern guy, comes in the SEC and totally tears the sport that we love apart. And now we got Cal playing in the ACC.
That's any coast conference.
I know. I'm just saying in general. We don't have Nebraska, Oklahoma. We don't have Michigan versus Notre Dame. We don't now have Tennessee, Florida. I'm just saying he's part of those people that control college football that seemingly don't care about the sport. And it's a serious problem, and it needs to be taken care of. And it's a shame what's happened to my favorite sport in America, man. It sucks.
Yeah, they definitely are manipulating because now they have so many members they have to please because they brought in Oklahoma and Texas.
Yeah,
and
expanded all of this, and it screwed everything up.
What they're doing is they're systematically manipulating the sport of rivalries is what they're doing.
Yeah. They're not just systematically affected. They're killing them.
They've killed them.
Yeah, they're extinguishing them.
I just saw that SMU plays TCU every year for like 105 straight years.
Yeah,
they're not on the schedule anymore after this year.
Right. If you take away the old iron skillet and some of these, okay, it ain't right. It ain't
right. Isn't that what college football is? Isn't that what differentiates it from the NFL and makes it cool? Is that we have games like this, and it's just like now we have TV executives who run these conferences, and they've ruined it.
The battle of the big brown jug, if you don't have these things, okay, if you don't have the Civil War and all the other ones, it's bastardizing.
It's not the Civil War anymore. It's a conflict.
By the way, nobody at ESPN wants Florida, Kentucky, Florida, South Carolina.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody.
So who? This is just. It's crazy. We need to start a coup, people.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
This is more.
Get behind me.
Yeah. All right, so I don't know how.
Ole Miss gets Mississippi State because they had to. It's the Egg Bowl.
Well, yeah.
And then they give them LSU and Oklahoma.
Yeah, because LSU, Ole Miss is one of the oldest rivalries that we've had and enjoyed, going all the way back to the Halloween game and everything else. And so there are some that are still in place, but not enough.
They
not
kept
nearly.
like the main one for each school. So like they weren't going to get rid of Florida, Georgia. They weren't going to get rid of Texas versus Oklahoma.
And then the unavoidables.
Or Alabama, Auburn.
Yeah, inside the state when you had to include Tennessee and Vandy, which is just bull crap. If you're going to give Tennessee, Kentucky, and Vandy, and then, well.
What do you mean? You guys got Kentucky and South Carolina. That's pretty easy to.
Not about us right now.
I mean, to be honest, Joe, you guys got the easiest of all, actually.
Believe me, I said apparently Florida's become a layup.
It's not even
because I had
close,
no idea. They were trying to be kind to the other schools. All right, so on that note, let's get into that layup.
Although Georgia got it kind of easy, too.
And I'll say
Georgia got
this.
Florida,
Yeah.
South Carolina, and Auburn.
They did come out and say that every 4 years they're going to be like
Yes, they're
relitigating this or whatever.
Just as long as they keep promising us something that will happen years from now. They've been living off of that lie for a long, long time. Just because we adopt it now doesn't mean we have to keep it this way. Oh, really?
Wait till Clemson and Florida State get in the league. Then it's going to be really interesting.
Jesus, man.
Yeah. Listen, we're in season. We don't need that rumor mongering until after the season. All right, let's get into the 1 o'clock hour. Back to you, Jag. 641-1010. You want to chime in on the SEC schedule? We got to get to the L that Florida brought back from Coral Gables. What Miami did do. The quarterback whisper's coming in, so we'll ask him about his thoughts with that game Saturday night and many more coming up on XLP.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Elite service for elite companies. Playmakers make special plays.
That right there, that's special.
Special plays make the special teams player of the game.
Winning football players who can step up in a clutch moment.
After the game, pump up the Superior Plumbing Special Teams player of the game on 1010XL.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, visit AA Automotive on Richard Street. For oil changes to complex repairs, AA Automotive is a full-service repair shop for personal and commercial fleet vehicles. Trust AA to keep your ride running A-OK.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
With the score tied, it was time for the good guys to make a final push towards a W while in regulation. Trevor Lawrence led the Young Guns on a 7-play, 83-yard drive, capped off by a Travis Etienne score, giving the Teal and Black a 17-10 advantage in the final period. The 1-minute, 59-second drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
This is Jennifer Marion at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville, and now's the time to drive away in luxury.
That's right, Jennifer. The $7,500 tax credit ends this month. It's your last month to take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They are all in stock and ready to drive today.
See all of our inventory at Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.com or visit us on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Go! The Friday Night Lights stay bright well after the game. Catch the winning coaches with Hacker and Dylan Denmark.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Jags fans, this one's for you. If you've got MyGate rewards, you're already in the game. But now you've got a shot at the ultimate prize, meeting QB1 himself, Trevor Lawrence, at Everbank Stadium with 3 friends by your side. With the MyGate Rewards Gatorade Club, every 5 Gatorade items you purchase equals 1 entry toward your chance to win. Stack them up and score big. See store for details. Gear up for the season. Gates got you.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now with the big BOGO event. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires September 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Come visit the best sports restaurant in town. That's Big Dogs in Orange Park, known for great burgers, huge wings, pizza, salads, and special nightly events like trivia and karaoke. You'll all love it at Big Dogs Restaurant in Orange Park.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Gate Petroleum Company. The SEC will announce the football opponents of every league school for the next 4 years on Tuesday in an hour-long television special at 7 p.m. on the SEC network. In the new 9-team league schedule, each school will have the 3 annual opponents that will be reevaluated every 4 years and 6 rotational opponents, meaning each school will play every other SEC school at least once every 2 years. The 3 annual opponents for Florida per on 3 are Georgia, South Carolina, and Kentucky. Right now, 82 degrees at 101, time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
All right, we crank it up in the 1 o'clock hour with the Whisperer, Denny Thompson, in studio with us as we're enjoying a Mokama Beer Company Monday. He's just all smiles as he comes rolling in. Got him a hella schedule this week at the end that we will be talking about, but more than anything else, talking about Dubs here in Duval, Denny, and then also down in Coral Gables with the Carson Beck-led Miami Hurricanes over the Florida Gators. How you doing, bro?
Oh, I'm great, dude. Literally nothing in the world wrong with me right now. It's fantastic.
Yeah, happy. Can't wipe the old smile off of his face. And Leon, I don't know if you noticed this, but it's show and tell today.
Well, listen, I got the memo. It said, "Bring your championship jersey to work day,"
and he was the only one who had one. So we all got the memo.
So that's what I did.
I mean, you are literally stomping on the dead body by doing that.
No. Listen, I tell you what. If Florida had the one, there'd be Tebow jerseys all up and down this hallway.
Okay, so probably would have led the show with it.
Thank you, that part.
For the YouTube audience, you got to at least pull your 73 out from underneath your mic and at least show.
Well, this is the whole thing. Now he's got to move the helmet.
Audience.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It's signed. I believe it has your whole resume written on there.
Okay. Look at that. Okay, he's got 73 right there. Tell me what is all the ink
read it off to us.
Leon, let us know.
What the ink
and the
says?
helmet, too.
Okay. All right, well, the ink is, let me see. It says Leon Searcy Jr., 73, Hall of Famer, 3-time national champion, 87, 89, 91. And this is the same thing. This is
on the helmet.
On the helmet.
Mini helmet.
Helmet has the 3-time national champion, 87, 89, 91. Leon Searcy, All-American first.
You know, Florida's only won 3 natties in their entire history.
I mean, listen, we're family.
Wow.
We're tied.
Well, if Leon would have come to play for us, we might have had a better shot at winning more than that. Listen, we'll take 3. If it's all you got, you got to go with it. You're only up by 2. Come on.
I think the bigger point is he alone has equaled the history.
Yeah, we're tied.
All right, listen. Normally Normally we start with the Jags and Trevor, but we got to stay here with the Florida-Miami contest. Florida, when you look at what they've done defensively, they have given up no more than 26 points to two top 10 teams or top 5 teams.
Bro, they are so good defensively.
Yes.
So good. They run to the ball. They rally to the ball. You can tell, like, run fits are on point.
And they make Carson a little uncomfortable. Yeah.
They're a physical football team. That is I don't know, man. I mean, that you don't find many defenses, I think, better than that Florida defense in college football right now.
Yeah. All right, so how did you size up the night?
It went kind of the way I thought. I think Miami's so good on both lines of scrimmage. And talk about a team defensively running to the ball. Holy cow. Like, it is all 11 guys dead sprint to the ball from the very first play until the very last play of the game at Miami. And that defense is playing with the level of effort that you rarely see. They are truly on a mission.
And we haven't seen it at the U in a while.
Been a long while. Absolutely a long
Corey
while.
Heatherman's he's a dude.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's pushing all the right buttons, and that pass rush they get from both edges, golly, it's crazy. And then offensively, I thought what they did the other night was smart. The game was a terrible throwing game because of the weather.
With all the rain. Yeah.
It rained. It rained consistently for 3 straight hours. Just poured raining.
You didn't get that in the suite, though, did you?
No. We were perfectly dry. No worries.
Just checking.
But, I think when you look at that game, when you look at what Miami's got in the backfield, when you look at what they've got, up front, it just kind of shows they can win a football game any way they want to win a football game. If they need to throw it 50 times to win, they can because they got receivers, they got a quarterback. If they need to grind it out against a very physical defense on the ground, they can do that too.
Now, then, let me ask you, let's go back to Florida real quick. Because that defense was phenomenal in that game. And if you're Billy Napier, there's going to be dissension in that locker room because the defense has played well enough to win ball games and the offense has struggled. How do you keep that team together moving forward?
That's a huge question, and I think that's a very interesting thing to watch the next couple of weeks. Offensively,
he'll have an answer for
it. You think?
Close to danger.
Offensively, it's just God. They look so scared to do anything, and I get like DJ just came off a 5 interception week, and the weather was much worse than what I think even on TV it looked, but. My gosh, man, you got to dial something up.
Yeah. And still, the thing that I think is the most frustrating for Gator fans, and you guys let us know, hit the text line is on my lifetime and close 641-1010, is that you were supposed to have X and X, which is line play and run game, and you don't really have either one of them. At least there's no consistency in it.
Well, I'll put it this way, though, and I think I'm accurate. Matt, you would probably know this better than me, but I guarantee you, if any of those 5 offensive linemen or that running back hit a transfer portal, they'd go get 7 figures from anywhere they wanted. Those guys are really good football players.
So that's play design.
I will say this, and I didn't know if we were going to get into this yet, but we will. There's something to be said, Denny, and you can speak to this, for a guy who literally has only been throwing with his team, playing with his team for 4 or 5 weeks since January. I think this bye week is perfect for them. I actually think they're going to go on a run. I think they're going to beat Texas, and I think they're going to beat Mississippi State, and I think they're going to go win at Texas A&M too. I think they'll be 4-3. They'll be 4-3 going in the Georgia game.
That's a prediction.
I think they're going to go on a run. I really do. That defense is tremendous. They just need to literally don't turn the ball over and run the ball.
You seen Jeff Levy's bunch?
They didn't turn it over on Saturday, and they scored 7 points.
That defense is nasty.
I would love to go there with you, but I think
you
Leon's
just don't believe Napier.
Well, 0-13. I guess maybe. I guess you can call it that, but I'm just going by what I've seen.
But is there something to a quarterback who's only practiced 4 or 5 weeks for 9 months?
He just played his 4th game.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I'm with you. I'm just asking.
There was something to that against USF. And then, sure, okay, if you want to say he hasn't had as many reps as what he would have had if he'd have been there, absolutely. But DJ Lagway's a dude, and what did he do the other night? We have him throwing 3-yard screen passes. We have him.
I don't know what that's.
Air yards past the line of scrimmage.
My guess is that
I'm not here trying to crap on Billy. What I'm actually saying is, piggyback off of Leon's question is, how does that locker room not fall all the way apart? You're now in a situation, top 5 defense, offense can't get out of their own way, and it's going to at some point become, even that locker room, pretty common knowledge that a coach is not going to be there the next year.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You couple that with, they're already talking about the way the portal worked. If he had been canned, they could have gone. They could have not wasted a redshirt year. Now that is obviously in jeopardy. But add up, we had Shannon Snell on last week who said the locker room was already a little divided over pro-DJ and anti-DJ. And that's a neg, okay? That's from a player who's pretty close to that, very, very close to that program as a former All-America. Anyway, you already had at least what he described as a little bit of a division in the locker room, and then add to it the Napier negs, and then add to it the fact that the offense isn't delivering like the defense is. That could be real bad.
It's. I mean, things obviously aren't great in Gainesville right now in any way. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe Matt, maybe you're right. Maybe they pull it together and they make a run here, but I don't know. I mean, unless LSU and Miami are the 2 best teams in the country,
Miami's really good, okay, and LSU's defense is really good. Those are 2 tough games.
Well, what about USF?
USF's just a bad loss. It's a bad loss. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
You think LSU and Miami are significantly better than Texas?
I think LSU and Miami would both beat Texas. Yes,
I agree with that.
Yes,
yeah, I agree with that.
Absolutely, I do.
So you think maybe the hardest part of their schedule?
And more than likely, I think they'd beat Texas by double digits, by 10 points.
Yeah.
I do.
What do you think that crowd will be like?
I don't think Texas is that good at all, actually.
What do you think the Swamp crowd will be like in 2 weeks?
Packed.
I think it'll
packed.
It'll be good because they're desperate for their team to beat that team.
It's Texas.
And that guy. And the Manning motivator will be there for them to show up.
And these tickets were bought a long
if you guys think that Arch Manning looked bad against Ohio State defense and the other 3 cupcakes, wait till he goes into games and plays that defense.
As long as they stay motivated like we're talking about.
Right.
That's a great
point.
Well,
I think defensively, I think they were going to, because they got a lot to play for. I mean, they can play for like school records. Mm-hmm. That's how good they are. Right?
They got a couple of guys that got hurt the other night, which was terrible news for them.
And then you've got, I mean, what do you have on that defense? You've got to have 6 or 7 guys that's top 3-round draft picks.
Yeah, and if Banks comes back healthy for that game, because he was not available in a boot. All right, so let's get to the Trevor talk coming up here in just a second. A little bit more in the college world. Denny Thompson, our quarterback whisperer, hanging out with us on a Mokama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. 2 Super Bowls, 1 Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
I think we got a big one here.
Eric Armstead brings his big resume to Helmets and Heels for big-time football talk. Fridays at 3. Kept healthy by orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal Conditions.
Do you trust the diagnostic you just got for your AC? Call Ideal Conditions now to get a free second opinion with a limited time offer of $50 off repairs of $300 or more. Just mention this station. For a limited time, we're doing $79 one-time AC tune-ups as well.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal Conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
He's one of the greatest Gators in school history.
Who are you? Who's he?
Chris Doring brings the heat to the drill with Dan and Jeff. Tuesday mornings at 7:20 on 1010XL. Protected by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
I love my propane company. They always answer when I call and give me great prices and fast service. Said no one ever.
Until now. Need propane for your home or business? Seabreeze Propane is bringing the propane as North Florida's new local propane provider. Visit SeabreezeLP.com. Seabreeze Propane. We make propane cool, brother. Oh, yeah.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentist and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what Windoworld wants you to do. Windoworld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to Windoworld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that Windoworld can.
And with Windoworld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new Windoworld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, Windoworld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with Windoworld, and to top it off, Windoworld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with Windoworld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call Windoworld today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Windoworld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
Oh, enjoying a Mokama Beer Company Monday, even with all that orange and green that Leon brought into the 1010XL studios today. The Hurricane Hall of Famer that he is, just celebrating that win with the Canes over the Gators. Now let's get to some NFL talk with Denny Thompson, our quarterback, which we're one more seg with Denny. And we obviously led off the show with Jacksonville over Houston and sending the Texans back 0-3, Denny. But the game that this defense had against C.J. Stroud we need to get to. But first, Trevor, we played a soundbite from him earlier, taking off and running. And he sounded kind of emotional because of what he had been through. To be able to take off and get a 3rd and 6 when they needed it the most, how big is that for a quarterback regaining his confidence with everything he's got going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you can make a different type of play, it just kind of opens up like, oh, okay, I'm still able to do this, or I can do this, and it just kind of opens up vision of things, of how this all can look. It's interesting because obviously the receivers had a ton of struggles yesterday.
Yeah, more drops.
I thought offensively it looked a little clunky to me yesterday because I think this is such a run offense now, which all of us like, that if that run's not working, and
it wasn't.
Right. We got it, and they hit the perfect thing. They hit the run wasn't working. The receivers were dropping balls. But I also say, and I also think this, I think that's much better for the long-term success that they are a run-first team right now, and they'll figure that piece out. I mean, it got going a little bit as the day went, but it made it seem to me like the rhythm of their offense starts with handing the ball off, even the passing game. I don't know if y'all got that same feel, but that's what it felt like.
How do you deal with the drops, bro? I mean, jugs machine, meetings, after practice, before practice. What can be done about it?
Man, I mean, at the pro level, they shouldn't have to do anything about it. Those guys should be dealing with it on their own, right? They should be jug machine. They should have one at the house. They should.
Like, I'm going to be out of a job if I don't.
They should be hiring a sports psych. Whatever they got to do. I mean, at that level, there's nothing your coach can do that you have not done in the past.
Very true.
Right? Like it's similar to getting the shanks in golf or anything like that. Like you can go to a coach if you want to, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to work that out in your own head because all they're going to do is put new swing thoughts into you. Same thing, man. These guys have caught 1 million footballs. Something's going around. You got to flush it out and just and turn it around. One good game changes all of that. I'm not that concerned about that.
So what I said earlier, and I thought this can't be, this must be a factor when you start looking, evaluating Trevor. You have to underscore this. No run game. Dropping the ball. He still finds a way to win.
Well,
He didn't go into like a hole. He didn't go into a fetal position in the corner. He found a way to win.
Yeah. I mean, all of us, I'm sure, at 3 different points in that game went, all right, well, here's where they lose. And to your point, no, they didn't do that. Now, I think part of that is I don't think Houston's a very good American football team. Like, they're just not very good.
They should pick up soccer, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good over there right now.
Yeah.
Talk about an offense that just doesn't look like it's doing anything.
They're averaging, I think, 11 points per game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever had the level of concern for Trevor that I have for CJ right now. Like something is missing there.
Okay, I wanted to ask you that. We'll get back to the Jags, but I wanted to ask you that because you have to credit this defense for doing damage to the Houston offensive line and the Houston game plan. But CJ Stroud, remember at the tip top as a rookie, notched down 1 or 2 rungs as a sophomore. Now, 3rd year, it ain't the same.
No. And I'm not taking anything away from the defense, much like we talked about with Miami. Man, you get those 2 outside guys doing what they were doing yesterday.
They were doing work.
You're going to win a lot of football games. I'm not taking anything away from the Jags defense, but, the CJ Stroud I saw as a rookie was throwing guys open at a rate that we had never seen. Like, I mean, there's guys, and he's like, oh, well, we're supposed to be a post, but I'm going to throw him over here. Right? And he was anticipatory in his throws to a level that looked like he'd been playing for 10 years. I don't know what happened to that.
Well, I do have one theory, a new curse, Leon. You can appreciate this. Do you remember him smack talking Freddie T when he was on the pivot?
I do remember that.
Remember that?
When Freddie T was telling him about he went to Florida, and he was like, Florida?
Because I don't even.
Yeah, he didn't show him no love.
Maybe he was right.
Yeah.
No. Well, Fred was talking about the fact that he won a national championship in Florida.
Yeah, he's like,
JJ.
who are you? Or something to that effect.
Kidding.
Pride before the fall, JJ. Pride before the fall, bro.
Listen, you can just keep talking and running your smack. But
it's going to happen, and it's going to happen hard.
Don't worry, we won't play them for another 100 years. So.
Yeah, but your fall is what we're talking about.
Oh, that's going to happen.
But anyway, but just back to that. So I feel like the curse of Freddie T has been put on CJ Stroud because basically he didn't want to even acknowledge Fred as being a collegiate grade or anything like that.
I mean, I don't watch enough Houston Texans football, and I don't know enough about their roster or anything like that. I'm just like a regular fan. I'm watching when they play the Jags, and I see the highlights on Red Zone, and it's like, well, that looks like a whole different quarterback than what he looked like as a rookie.
Well, they fired Bobby Slowick at the end of last year, and I'm sure CJ had something to do with that, right? You're not firing a guy unless you're talking to the quarterback about it. So now you bring in Nick Caley, who was an assistant under Belichick all those years, and now
McVay.
But it just doesn't look.
Yeah,
it looks very clunky, is what it looks.
And I don't know if it's like maybe this is just part of the development system for him, and he just spoiled all of us with that first year. It was just
very
like,
true.
Holy cow! And I don't know if everybody played the same. Again, I don't know enough about what he's seen week after week, but man, I didn't see this coming. From him.
I've said it forever, and the quarterback whisperer can appreciate this. There are people that are burning midnight oil and then some trying to figure out how to undo whatever it is you're doing.
No question.
There are coordinators and coaching staffs that want to tear you down no matter how successful.
And to put this back into the Trevor category, he's been doing this long enough where they know all of that, right? I remember a couple years ago it was, well, if we can get him off of his first read, right? Well, now we're 2 years into it and him having the opportunity to fix that, and he has. He's improved with that. I think this offense, and I think what Liam Cohen is doing, is going to be the long-term solution and is designed for Trevor and maximum success. But they are going to have to realize that they have to run the football in order for it to all happen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Denny, the truth of the matter is we can get away with what we've been doing against Carolina, against the Texans. But somewhere down the road when we got to play the Niners and the Chiefs and the Hawks and the Rams, we got to play complementary football. I mean, our defense has been playing out lights out, and our offense has struggled mightily. Until we get those two together, I mean, we got trouble coming down the lane.
Yeah. And really, you can circle the drop passes the last 2 weeks as I think if those passes are caught, we're having a much different conversation.
Mm-hmm. You 3-0.
Right. Well, you're definitely 3-0, but you may even have gone up 10 spots on offense.
Yeah, I mean, they might even be the talk of the league at 3-0, actually.
Right. So, I mean, that stuff I think tends to get worked out at the NFL level. I mean, if you don't work it out, you don't have a job. But, whatever's going on with Brian Thomas, like Brian Thomas got to handle that. But the rest of the drops, I don't think that becomes a.
Well, I asked Leon this earlier, and we don't know the answer, of course, but can one big play like that be a cure-all, or does he obviously still got to work through some other demons?
I mean,
because he had more drops again yesterday.
It can help, but he didn't reach out the air and pluck that thing. That thing just kind of hit him in the gut.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
which is where Liam told Trevor to put it, especially when you're going across the middle. You do not want to have to extend your arms.
Yeah. So I don't. I mean, I hope so. Obviously, but I think Trevor is in a good place though.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to have a breakout game coming up. To Matt's point, like, he's not losing you games. He's keeping you in it offensively. I don't feel like it's Trevor's fault while the offense is struggling at all.
Me too. Same thing.
Yeah. So hopefully, if we can get everything else going, that'll fall into place.
He still looks like a guy that could have a huge season. Still.
Yeah.
And I know he's missing. There's no doubt he's missing throws. He missed the throw to Travis Hunter. The first throw, throw in the first quarter to Hunter, he missed that. But
the first 30 minutes was not clean football.
But I think he still has he's in the offense, and I think he has the ability to have a big season.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
Yeah. Offensively, what they're doing makes me pull back from some of my earlier projections of like Pro Bowl, because I just don't know if he's going to get the numbers, right? But I do think that this offense fits what he does really well.
Although, to your point, they catch those balls. He's got those numbers.
He does. I mean, there's been huge drops. It's not like they dropped little 5-yard stop routes. I mean, you got 2 touchdowns and drops there.
Yeah.
Right?
That's hurting your 39 touchdowns, too.
It's killing it, bro.
They are killing you, man. But that looks way off right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you figured out what he's got to average over the next 14 games to get to 39?
Where he's at right now? 4-3? He's got 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
We got work to do.
You're a little bit over 2. You got a little bit over 2. You got 2.
You're right about 3. You're right at about 3.
About 3.
Yeah, because
he just needs a good back-to-back 4 tutty games, and you're right back.
You're right in it.
Yep.
But the worst thing is that the averages they don't lie, and he's not he's less than $1.50. He might be right at $1.50 per game, and he needs to get 2.5 per game at a minimum.
We do need to see a big game from him at some point. When's the last Trevor took it over massive game that he's had?
Yeah. Well, let's use that.
Well, the Bengals, had they not dropped the ball?
Right.
He had 5 touchdowns.
But seriously, when is that? But when is that?
The last time?
Yeah.
Probably the second half of the Chargers game, where he literally took over. Yeah.
And just kind of segue here real quick. Caleb Williams looked like a different dude yesterday. Vegas doesn't lie. Vegas knows something when they see it. The Lions smacked the Bears around, basically. Okay, so Caleb looks pretty, whatever.
He played fine against the Lions.
Yeah, but just
he actually did not play badly against the Lions.
And so that's what I'm saying. Vegas is picking up. It's like they didn't look great. Wasn't necessarily a Caleb problem. Second half against Minnesota might have been a Caleb problem at home. Anyway, Vegas installs the Bears as a 1.5 favorite at home against Dallas, and you're thinking, well, that looks weird. They smoked their behinds.
Yeah.
And Caleb had himself a day.
And I don't know if y'all watch it, if you watch that, but man, the ball is smoking out of Caleb's hands right now.
He had one throw that it looked like it was 70 yards.
But
in the air.
the flea flicker.
Yeah. 70 yards.
The toss back.
It was a broken one.
I've never seen a worse. The running back gets
terrible.
it. You're supposed to shoot it back, and he just lays it up to Caleb, and you see Caleb waiting on the ball. Then he did. I think he threw 66 in the air.
It looked like it was about 60, 70 yards in the air.
And flinged it too.
On a dime.
Yep.
And such big arm strength. And so those are the games we're talking about that you're looking for.
Exactly, yeah. It's got to be one down the road soon.
All right, so coach off of this real quick, going into that San Francisco game. That, again, is another good defense. We don't believe they're going to see Nick Bosa, right? And anyway, coach off of that going into.
Well, I think now you've got enough film that you know your personnel groupings and what they're capable of doing and where you run the ball the best, and now you're starting to feel that a little bit. Of okay, when these guys are in the game, we have the most amount of success with these type of run plays or pass plays. So I think you start to kind of build on that. Your script becomes should look better, which they've been decent in the first drive, for the most part. But I think they've laid it down. We are going to be a physical football team. We're going to run to the ball on defense. We're going to pressure your quarterback, and we're going to run the ball on offense. And we're going to build everything off of the play action. We're going to try to hit a big play every now and then, which, by the way, is 75% of the NFL, right? That's the formula.
If you can do it, you can play. You can run plays off of it.
If you can stay healthy and you can do that and you can execute and you don't get out physical, those are the teams that play late in the season.
Yeah, well, those are the teams that win 10 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, luck and health, they mean the same, right? You want to be healthy, you want to be lucky.
Yep.
But the other part of it is that if you engineer success early, then you can play as a confident football team. You can get yourself out of tough situations, right? Because now you've done it. And I believe this team can check boxes. They become more physical than they have been in a while. Would you agree with that, Leon?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then you sold it. You sold it to the team. And so, I mean, week in and week out, they've seen it have success, and you should be 3-0 right now. So, I mean, when you step in those team meeting rooms and you tell them that, hey, we got a chance, and you've had success with it, it's all about the buy-in.
Yeah.
It's all about the buy-in.
There's just a different confidence that physical teams go into games with.
Yeah.
These teams that to get 6, 7, 8 games deep, and they have been the more physical team 6, 7, 8 times, and now it's late in the season. That other team knows that too.
Yeah, and we would always joke that there isn't anybody that comes to the line of scrimmage, offense or defense, for Jacksonville that scares the other team enough. Now you can actually make a little bit of a list of guys that scare you. All right, one more question real quick before we turn you loose. They got Travis Hunter on one big play, short throw. He turned it into more than that. Tried to get him the other one. It wasn't there. How do you keep unlocking a little bit more?
Well, I think you got to get Brian going. Because I don't know that Travis Hunter is your first read guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you got to get Brian going, and then you got Travis is the guy that you're going to come off to a big play. He's going to be the guy in the back of the end zone. He's going to be the guy on the deep post. He's going to be the guy on the over route, which Trevor had the first week and threw the pick. Just kind of threw it under it, right? Got baited into that. So I think that's going to be more. I think he will get going the more they get this pass game going. But I don't see him. If they're off coverage, you want to throw it to him, that's one thing. But I don't see him as being like the 3rd and 6, we're going to hit it to you in rhythm at the sticks guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff, brother, man. We appreciate it.
All right, man.
The quarterback whisperer at Denny_Thompson. You can definitely check him out. By the way, he's going to the Ryder Cup.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's going on Thursday to watch the practice round, and then Friday to watch foursomes. First day out.
Good, man.
Bring us a win.
Yes, I'm going.
Can you do that?
Give it everything I got.
Gosh, man, I'm so fired up. And
So this is like a 4 TV weekend.
Yeah.
Like simultaneous.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, this is a bucket list type of trip.
Oh,
right
no
there.
doubt.
At that place.
Yes.
All right. Enjoy it.
All right, guys.
Love it. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Live play-by-play sports were made for radio.
Well, there is advertising worth the price of admission.
And 1010XL was made for you.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, October 3rd through 5th at Timuquana Country Club. Catch the new community concert series on the 17th hole after play, featuring country artists Low Cash and Love and Theft. Public parking is free with complimentary tournament access for military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get tickets now for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, starting at just $25 at Ticketmaster.
This is Jennifer Marion at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville, and now's the time to drive away in luxury.
That's right, Jennifer. The $7,500 tax credit ends this month. It's your last month to take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They are all in stock and ready to drive today.
See all of our inventory at Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.com or visit us on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent you.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com/Duval.
Frank Frangie here, telling you about my daughter Amber's journey with Awaken 180.
She's lost 60 pounds. Can you believe that? And she just took a road trip. The reason is it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. Call 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. You hear about guarantees and warranties. What is Underwood's policy?
Frank, to talk about guarantees and warranties, you have to look at our history of over 70 years in business. Underwood's entire reason for existence is and has been to offer fine products that'll be used with such satisfaction that both the giver and the receiver will want to come back. And hopefully they'll tell their friends about us. To do this means we've got to try our hardest to satisfy every customer. All of our people understand that. Now, I'm sure over the years we've made a few mistakes, but we've never failed to make good on any Underwood product that was returned with a legitimate customer complaint. Our entire reputation would mean nothing if we didn't conduct ourselves that way. Simply put, conducting our business with integrity is a lot more important to Underwoods and our customers than all the guarantees, warranties, and contrived legal obligations in the world. And you've got Underwood's word, my word, and all of our people's word on that.
Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. The Weekend Rewind, brought to you by Cycles of Jacksonville, the big boy toy store for big boy toys.
What happened this weekend?
Illinois gets rocked.
Second punt for Clemens. Oh, it's blocked. Got in there in a beat. D'Angelo Pons is going to score. Touchdown Hoosiers.
The refs killed Auburn.
Mateer has a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Isaiah Satania. Busted coverage for Auburn. And a 24-yard score for Satania.
Is Texas Tech for real?
Dickey keeps going. Outside. Sideline. Touchdown. Texas Tech. Cameron Dickey. 24 yards. Back breaker.
Nebraska is still irrelevant.
Out of the backfield, quarterback run all the way, and here he goes. Underwood, touchdown, Michigan. 37 yards for the score.
The Canes bully Florida.
No mystery. Pure power. They made it look easy. Miami finds the end zone.
The Eagles survive.
Joshua Carty has it blocked again. This time Jordan Davis. The big man looks for the icing on one big cake. Eagles hang on.
Field goals galore in the NFL.
Good snap. Good hold. The kick is on the way. The kick is good. The kick is good. And Andre Schmidt from 55. McLaughlin's kick is right down the middle.
Sweeps it, delivers it, and San Francisco is in first place. They win it at the Horn.
The Bengals get slaughtered.
It's Fant. Lost the football. It's Rodgers again, off and running. Oh my goodness. He runs it back for a second touchdown today.
Yeah, that guy that this team couldn't get on the ground. Yeah, he got worked. That was the Weekend Rewind. Honestly, so much good stuff. and can just quickly going in reverse order, the kickers. And the dude for Cleveland, his last name is spelled Szmyt. Not an easy one to say, but he missed one of his kicks by that word, Schmizit. Okay, and then
that's how you pronounce it.
I don't have no idea.
I think it's Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt. We heard the guy say it earlier. When I looked at it, I'm like Szmyt, Schmizit. But anyway, Packers lose to the Browns.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
that's shocking.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
Stuff you did not expect. And this will also shock you. Jordan Davis, all 336 pounds of him, according to the metrics and the Next Gen's stats that are out there, he hit a speed of 18.59 miles per hour, Leon.
Love it. Rumble, big man rumble.
Oh, my gosh. Nearly 19 miles per hour for Jordan Davis at 336 pounds. So just craziness as the Rams had that one ripped away. The Bucks and the Jets, that definitely was a crazy one at the end with the kicker involved as well. Real quick, going back to the other ones that JJ put together along with the cyber police as far as the highlights from Saturday. Michigan over Nebraska. War Eagle did get ripped off, you could argue, by the refs.
Well, they even came out and said they made the wrong call.
They did admit it.
No
Okay.
call, yeah.
Right. And then you go back to obviously the other big games that we talked about. There was some carnage on Saturday. War Eagle looked really good for a long time, and then Jackson Arnold just got smashed.
10 sacks.
I don't understand why they didn't just keep throwing 50-50 balls to Cam Coleman.
Yes,
why did they just keep doing that?
Yeah, Cam Coleman's player. That's for sure.
Well, because OU wasn't helping that freshman corner.
But after you get sacked so many times, Arnold became real indecisive at the end.
Dude, all you got to do is snap it, 1 step, 2 steps back, and throw it deep.
Probably. Yeah, probably. Texas Tech smoked Utah.
Well, if you're Michigan, you don't need wideouts. Just tight end, too tight, and run the ball. 285.
By the way, the hook in that game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The hook in that game.
Back to the Oklahoma.
It was 3.5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
The Michigan-Nebraska game.
Michigan-Nebraska.
Yeah, it was 2.5.
Even though that game was a lot more of a blowout than the score indicated.
It really
does that matter with the game?
No, I'm just saying in general, like Michigan dominated that.
Yeah, they
game.
were smoking.
There was
Nebraska.
a Hail Mary at halftime that Nebraska.
No,
had
I agree. I agree.
And then Raiola at the end.
But for our gambling and our going back against each other in the competition, that was just a kick in the gut. Man.
Raiola sucks. By the
but
way.
he got loose. At least made a couple of plays late.
Yeah.
He doesn't have I like watching him. I'll admit it. It's like. Same thing with Mateer. I like watching him.
Mateer, I love Mateer.
Yeah, he's so fun to watch.
I don't know. That defense kind of.
He wasn't his best.
He wasn't at his best. That Auburn defense was
that
pretty
Auburn
stout.
defense is good.
Pretty stout, yes.
But when War Eagle went up, he went right back down the field.
And he needed to.
What about your boy Dabo, bro?
Oh my God! I forgot to put that in there.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Dabo he's had a rough week, bro.
If he finds out that I put him in the natty, based on the conversations that I had with him in the offseason,
bro.
Not only you put him in that, you also put him in the natty against
another guy who may be suffering coming up. We'll see.
Who, Caleb?
Saturday.
Caleb DeBoer.
Maybe suffering
because he may get his second big whack on Saturday against Georgia. So we will find out.
Unfortunately for Syracuse in that game, they lost their starting quarterback for the whole year.
Yeah, that dude was a non-contact injury.
And so now they are under think about this. Think about how low Clemson's fallen. After beating Clemson pretty dominantly, they are now Syracuse's underdogs to Duke this weekend.
Wow.
Like Clemson's a nobody now. It's crazy how
what
that
the H happened to them. The first time they're unranked
How
since
about the
2014.
disrespect for Ricky Collins and Fran Brown for that matter?
Yeah. Well, you got to give Fran credit because they don't die up there.
Where is that? Is that game in Duke, JJ, or is it home?
Oh, look.
The Fighting Sinclairs, the Trescas, the Persons, all of them up there. Those proud Syracuse Orange.
It's in Syracuse.
Oh my!
Underdogs at home.
They'll
to
pound Duke this weekend.
Well,
pound.
I just like the fact that Fran Brown got to take a shower over the weekend. Winners get washed.
Yeah, that's true.
That's 3 straight weekends he's gotten washed.
Yeah.
What about Fran Brown? I hate to say it.
Florida?
No, Archie.
Oh no, they had a really bad loss.
Yeah, that.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Is he going to get fired?
He's going to get an SEC team.
Here's what's
somewhere,
amazing.
right?
Look at the
What's
offense
amazing
that they're putting out.
is Hunter Yurachek, who's the AD at Arkansas, last week basically admitted that Arkansas is an average football program.
Yeah,
and shouldn't expect more.
Hell of a thing.
And shouldn't expect more. So if that's what you truly believe,
Then Sammy stays.
Then Sam Pittman stays.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think he's saying that they're average right now. They have to acknowledge it. And the best step to a cure is admitting you have a problem. And then they will get rid of him, and they'll try and find someone that's a little bit better. But they need to have the Jerry Joneses money, the Jerry Joneses of the world, the Arkansas oil money to basically boost that program.
I'll tell you this. If Florida does fire Billy Napier, and I'm not saying they're going to, because
you're not saying go get Sam, are you?
He didn't do it last year. No, I'm saying Fran Brown's got to be your guy. That's got to be.
He'd be a very good selection.
My God, I would run to go Hank.
Yeah, and he learned under Curb, so he certainly understands the defensive side of the ball. They play with heart and intensity.
He's a great recruiter.
Yeah.
So what he did at Georgia.
Yeah, but if old Scott Strickland doesn't realize now that he needs to do something compared to a year ago,
he's holding on, Joe.
Oh my gosh, woo! That would be one of the most.
They're just a couple plays away, Joe.
Negative. Ghost Rider.
A couple years ago, they were 4th and 14 away from Missouri from being a different team.
We're close to being pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
in my
close to
opinion.
being pretty dangerous now.
They have played 3 teams. Okay, they have played 3 teams since they beat one team. Thank God for LIU, 55-0, and they still haven't added up to 55 points. Okay, that's pitiful. Okay,
And LIU doesn't even count. They don't even have a football team.
I know. Thank God for LIU. But how long will it take them to get to 55 points?
Quite a while.
Yeah, because
Well,
right
they don't
now
play this week, so
it's
it's gonna be tough.
16,
It's going to be at least 2 weeks, I'll tell you that.
9. All right, it's XLP.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
Hayes Carline here. If you're shopping for a new ride, you've got to check out Atlantic Infinity. Not only do you get a luxury vehicle, you also get the Atlantic Infinity Promise Free with every new car. That's almost $2,500 in added value just for buying smarter, and you don't have to sweat it out on the lot. Shop in their indoor climate-controlled showrooms. It's cool, comfortable, hassle-free. They're on Atlantic near St. John's Bluff, or browse anytime at atlanticinfinity.com.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Postgame Monday on 1010XL. Served by Dandy Foods, making quality fresh sandwiches since 1956.
Helmets and Heels is returning to Vegas. If you're heading out for the big game, join us at Circa Resort and Casino this October for a Halloween weekend football getaway, featuring Circa room discounts and a huddle up for everyone in the teal and black. Meet Helmets and Heels Friday night, October 31st, then hit the Circa Stadium Swim with temperature-controlled pools and a massive betting screen. For Circa room discounts and more information, visit the 1010XL webpage or circalasvegas.com/huddleup-up.
Jacksonville, it's game time. And just like the Jaguars fight for every yard on the field, Duck Duck Rooter fights for every customer at home. From plumbing repairs to septic pump outs to keeping your AC cool all season long. We've got the winning playbook. Duck Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and delivers championship service every time. When plumbing, septic, or AC problems put you on defense, don't fumble the call. Dial 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
It's the start of our favorite season in Jacksonville, football season. Let's get hyped and let's get the home in tip-top shape and let's get that house zero-resified. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, hardwood, they'll take care of you. Call the folks at Zero Res right now, 287-5727. Ask for the 1010XL special. Get your 3 rooms of carpet cleaned at $139 plus a 4th room free. Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
When you roll into a convenience store for some cold Bud Light, you want to make sure it's, well, cold. Check out the big coolers at Circle K. They make sure it's chilled and ready to go for the big game or party. Swing by Circle K and pick up some cold Bud Light.
1010XL and the Jacksonville Sharks congratulate Menendez safety Luke Harmon, the True Bet Solutions High School Player of the Week. Luke recorded 10 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, and a kickoff return against Terry Parker.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business. Window World, simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway was Miami Hurricanes, that defense. So I hadn't seen the defense like that play for a very, very long time. Last time I saw a defense play the way Miami played, it's probably '89 back in the day when I was, yeah. And I've always said this, I don't care about the receivers, running backs, quarterbacks. When Miami Hurricane football is back is when their defense is elite and they get after it pretty good. And this defense gets after it pretty good. You're talking about giving up only 14.3 points per game, pressures, sacks, turnovers. I love it.
I know you did.
Yeah, I do love it. As an offensive player, I love it.
All right, my takeaway has nothing to do with what we've talked about today, but it's just real quick news. Bruce Pearl has retired at Auburn. And his son, Steven, is looks like it's going to take over for him.
And the reason he's stepping away, because Bruce...
he's considering a Senate run in the state of Alabama.
Oh.
Yeah.
Going the Tommy Tuberville.
Going the Tubbs way, yeah.
Is he going to run against him?
No, Tubbs, I think, is retiring, right? Or the other one's retiring. One of the two is retiring.
I do not delve into Alabama politics, so I'm not sure.
Nor do I, but I think one of the two senators in that state are retiring.
That is a little bit of a surprise. Bruce Pearl is one of those guys that if you have him, you enjoy him. He's fun. He gets into it. He brings everybody in. He was Auburn through and through, just like he was with Tennessee.
Maybe he's trying to be governor.
Governor! Yeah. Oh, never know. All right, so I need to just... I just mentioned Fran Brown and winters get washed, and he's been able to take a shower every
3 weeks
Saturday,
now,
3 weeks running. And Matt mentioned that he might be heading down to Gainesville, and I like that idea. Well, I shouted out my Syracuse fellas.
Right.
One of them just happens to be listening, Mr. Sinclair.
He's not happy, I'm guessing.
And he just texts me, all caps, keep my coach's name out of your mouth. With the Will Smith and Chris Rock. That just cracks me up. Listen, bro, you know as well as I do, if they go there and they prove themselves, it's a launching pad because someone's going to come get them. And who knows if it'll be Gainesville or
he will
elsewhere.
be coaching in the SEC next year.
Yeah,
I don't know where, but he will be coaching there.
But a good get for the Cuse while they had him.
Right.
We'll see how long they ultimately get to keep him.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, helmets and heels, about ready to roll. Lauren Brooks joins us now with the Victory Monday rolling on 1010XL, I'm guessing.
That's right. Everybody in Duval should be celebrating today because, we know this team had been abusing us here in Jacksonville for quite some time. And finally, I mean, Joe, you and I are in the press box. It was nerve-wracking, to say the least, during the fourth quarter.
And the thing is that it wasn't pretty. It really was not good to start offensively. But then they made plays, and then I guarantee you a lot of people felt like When Trevor throws the pick and it instantly turns into a touchdown, then Houston's going to do it to him again.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, isn't that what you thought? If you were going to bet money in that moment, wouldn't you have thought the Texans are winning this ball game?
Yeah, they were,
With the way the offense had obviously struggled all day, but when they had such a big play, you think, well, here we go again. And I know for my timeline, my text, like everyone texted me, same old Jags. And it's like, wait until the end of the game before you make these
They were at least able to extinguish that one and send them back losers. First time since 17.
Yeah, 2017 was a long time ago.
Yeah. All right, what's coming up?
Yeah, we'll continue, like you said, the party, talking all things Jags. We'll talk a little college football as well.
All right, sounds good. We'll be listening. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Lauren Brooks, Taylor Dahl, Tommy Mack.
Taylor's off today, by the way.
Oh, she's on. Okay. All right. Helmets and Heels is coming no matter what. Yeah, that's all that matters. They are coming up next. We had a good time. Big Sirs, will you take that orange and green memorabilia back to your
put it back in the archives?
Case?
Yeah, put it back in the
Okay.
archives.
Thank you.
I had to go climb up a ladder, pull it out of a vault, and then to bring it.
Oh, I know you loved it. All right, listen, I'm going to owe you big time. We never settled on our bet, but I'm treating you. I just guarantee you that. All right, we are done. Mocama Beer Company Monday. We say thanks to them. Don't forget, find them on South 8th Street, beautiful Fernandina Beach, or find them on the shelves when you're shopping for craft, Total, ABC, Publix, wherever. Check out some Mocama. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Sur, and JJ. H&A.
We're close to being pretty dangerous, in my opinion. Ball didn't bounce our way on a few things. Everything that's been built here didn't all of a sudden just disappear.
XL